Okay, I'm back with you guys today to go over hydro dipping. Hydro dipping is a really good way to add revenue to your business. It's easy, it's quick, it makes a beautiful cup. All these items over here I've done with a hydro dip. My most popular seller is my geode 3D geode, which is hydro dipped. It gives it a beautiful swirl pattern. You can take recycled products. This was an old peanut butter jar. I hydro dipped it, made it gorgeous, covered it with my epoxy, and I used this to hold my cotton balls in my bathroom. You can make, hydro dipping works on everything. It's beautiful. You could even take a toy train car and spray paint it white and then hydro dip it and make it this psychedelic car. So it's an easy way to kind of upgrade your cup, make it look gorgeous, for a very fast process. So what you can do, if you're new to painting and putting colors together, you can go on Google and just type in color palettes and a bunch of different images, and then a bunch of different color palettes are going to pop up, and it'll kind of show you what colors to put together, what are going to look really good, what are going to swirl. For like this one, I did Southwest colors, and it came up with these colors, and it gave you this gorgeous swirl on this cup. So for these two cups, I'm going to do what I'm going to call my merman and my mermaid. I'm going to do two quick rounds of this for you guys. I'm going to do it on two different cups. This one's going to be a cup with a handle. They're a little trickier, but they cover really well, and they're beautiful, and that's got dog hair on it. I have a beautiful dog, but oh no, it's probably from this fuzz. And then we're going to do just one of these Dollar Tree, dollar store cups, just to show you an example. I'll probably end up using this for one of my kids. They love these cups. So your supplies, what you're going to need is your spray paint colors. Normally I don't recommend Krylon because it doesn't get very good coverage when you're trying to like base paint a cup. You're still going to be able to see the color through it. Krylon doesn't do good coverage, but Krylon has much better color selections for their spray paints. So you can get the really fun like corals and mint colors and just colors that don't exist in the Rust-Oleum line of coloring. But Rust-Oleum also has the better silvers and metallics. So it's kind of give and take, and I only use Rust-Oleum for my base colors. So these are based with flat matte white Rust-Oleum. So pick your paints, get your colors, use your color palette, get that all figured out. Then what you need is a 5-gallon bucket. I fill it pretty much to the top, so that way when you dip down, you don't accidentally hit the bottom of the bucket. You want to have enough water so that your cup can go all the way through and be submerged completely without touching the bottom. Then you want to get just a cheapy paint stir stick. They give you these at Home Depot and Lowe's for free. So you can grab a handful of these the next time you're in. These are very useful. I replace mine probably every 5 days or so because it gets all gunked up. You'll see why we need that in a little bit. Then you want a pair of cheap gloves. These are just the gloves I get at Dollar Tree. They're basically what you see your sandwich maker at Subway wearing on their hands. They're quick, easy disposables. You don't want to use a really fancy pair because you're just going to use it, take it off, throw it away. As you can see by my hands, I don't normally even wear gloves. I just go for it and get all painted. I don't care. So those are pretty much, it's that simple. Very few products. If you're going to tape off your cup, you want to do that as well. This, as you can see as an example, this one I had taped off. I'm going to leave the rim on the top and the bottom, so I taped off yesterday. If you don't know how to properly prep a cup and tape it, watch my video from yesterday. It's going to teach you how to prep a cup, and that'll bring you up to this stage right here with these cups, and you'll be ready to go. So, okay, what we're going to do, we're going to just start out. I've got the camera where you can kind of see down in the bucket. I've got my towel ready. I've drop clothed my entire work area, and we're going to start off with the girl mermaid, because the colors in here are lighter colors. I usually, if I'm going to do a lot at once, I start with my lighter colors and I work to my darker colors. That way the darker colors aren't accidentally contaminating your light colors. So we'll start with my lighter colors, and all these are already shaken up for you guys, so you don't have to sit here for 20 minutes and watch me shake up my paints, because that is the most annoying thing ever on all these videos, is an hour-and-a-half video and it's only 20 minutes of content. So we've got all the different colors. You just want to do short bursts into the middle of the bucket, all around, and rotate. Normally, wear a gas mask and have a well-ventilated area. As you can see, this is moving away because I've got my fan on real high, so I don't have to be wearing my mask while I talk to you guys. But these will, and this is a neon colors. I'm going with a really bright neon mermaid. So we've got bright fuchsia pink, neon pink. This is going to be our metallic gold, add the shimmer like you would see on a mermaid. So you can, like I said, go on your Google, look up mermaid colors, and these will show you, because you can see all the paint being swirled around by my fan. This is a pale pink, just to add a little light to it. We don't want it just dark and brights. All right, and then we're going fun. I like to sometimes I go in a simple color palette where you see like they're all basically pinks and whites. This one is going to be a little funky. We're going to throw a little green in there. because mermaids are colorful, and it'll be really good for you guys to see this all together. And then this is a dark purple, so this is gonna add just a little swirl. As you can see, I'm just spotting it around just a little. You do wanna work relatively quickly because the paint will dry in there. And let's see, which one do I wanna be mermaid? Okay, we're gonna go with the cup with the handle. So when you do a cup with the handle, this blanket is leaving little fuzz balls, you want to point the handle down. That way you get good coverage all the way around that as it's going in. If you wait to the last, sometimes an air pocket will push it and you won't actually get bubble on the handle. So you want to go in at an angle. You can see I'm going to drop it here. What I do is I look for kind of the coolest part in the paint, and I make sure that I'm angling the front of the cup towards that space, because that's going to give you all that detail right on the front of what you want the front of your cup to be. So I can see this doesn't have as much detail there, so I'm going to kind of focus that on the bottom. And I'm going to drop the handle in, and I'm going to turn it this way just a little bit, so all that swirl that I can see right here, and you want it slightly at an angle, because if you go straight in, you're going to create an air pocket that's going to pop up from underneath and pop up and ruin your Hydro Dip. So you want to do it at an angle. I normally wear gloves. I'm not going to wear gloves, but that's what you would put on your sandwich gloves for. This cup is taped off on the rim so that I can put down the lid. So this is taped off and ready, and we're just going to slide through just very slowly. If you want a really good swirl, you can actually turn the cup and actually force the swirl, even though the paint inside the... And then when you get to the bottom, you're just going to swoosh it around, and that's going to push all that extra paint to the edge of the bucket. And there you go. See how gorgeous that is? All those fun colors. This is beautiful. It looks incredible under epoxy. So you turn it upside down. I always have my drying rack really handy and close. It's just a simple PVC teed off with some arms coming up, and that way it's handy. Oh, that's going to be absolutely beautiful under epoxy. Okay, I've got my towel. And then what you want to do with your stir stick is, because we're switching colors, you stir the bucket with the stir stick, and that's going to push all that extra paint to the sides. It'll stick to the sides and get it out of the way for your next color. If you're totally shifting color palettes, so like if you're going from black and gray and silver, and you're going to start doing pale pink, pale purple, soft colors, I would definitely switch the water, because those are huge dramatic differences. Today we're not going too different. We've still got greens and blues and purples and greens and blues and purples, so we're going to go ahead and stick. Again, these are already mixed up. That's white. I'm going to see if I need that at the end. I always have a can of white sitting off to the side in case I feel like it's got too much color. I can burst it with white a little bit and get that, but as you can see, I love color, so we're not super worried about the color. Okay, so we're going to go with the male merman. Oop, there's a little chunk of paint right there. There's a merman, and this is the dark purple. I know purple is normally seen as a female color, but my husband likes purple, so we're going with purple. This is copper. This is the copper. This one we use straight up metallic gold. This one we are using more like a shimmery, it's almost like a brown paint with glitter in it. Because it's a merman, so he's going to be glittery, because they're mermaids too. They're just the male version. Okay, and then we got, this is a neon yellow. So we're going bright, bright, bright with this one, just to get a fun contrast in these colors. Okay, and then we've got a neon green. And just, again, spot it around. If you don't feel like your paint's getting a good swirl, you can tap the bucket, and that will give you vibrations in the water, which will kind of push the paints together and get a really good swirl. But really the key is just to dot it around, and it will naturally swirl in the bucket on its own, just from the motion of the different paints you're doing. So the purple kind of disappeared, so we're just going to add a couple more bursts of that. All right, and make sure that, again, tapping just to get a little swirl, make sure that purple is done. And putting my hand in the cup, again, tilting sideways. And there's a really pretty gold piece right there that I want to make sure is seen. Tilt it sideways and slowly dip the cup through the water. Again, like I said, you can kind of push it up against the certain colors that you see that you like. Push it down and swirl it, and you get this gorgeous, gorgeous swirl on this cup. And those colors blended beautifully. Yellow, purples, greens, and blues. Okay. Sometimes they look a little funky, and you want to redip them. I highly suggest against that. When you redip them, it blends and gets chunky and kind of weird. Honestly, at that point, strip it and start over. But you can try and learn a lesson, but single dip it. If it doesn't work, strip it, or just paint over it white again and redip and get a smooth line. That's as easy as hydro dipping is. Super simple. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel. Check out our links. In the drop-down menu, I will have your list of what you need, and I will also have a link to our Facebook page. You can join us. We are always updating. See you guys later.